2022 was actually a pretty good year for us otakus, weeaboos, and whatever the fuck's in the West. Okay, let's see here. We had the final season of Attack on Titan, the sequel, come out and give us the biggest blue balls of the year. It did justice to the manga adaptation. My Dress Up Darling was heavily criticized for its fan service, but was still really enjoyable and it did its manga justice. Now, My Hero is doing the best it's ever done, with the 6 being the most impactful and brutal season yet, but still manages to fuck up adapting the manga. Call of the Night felt like I was watching a better, more emo version of Twilight. Kami Can't Communicate Season 2 was great, but I can't talk much about it because Netflix would just copyright strike this video. JoJo Part 5, I heard was really good. Never watched it, I'm still on Part 2, so I can't really talk about it.
Touchy!
But what I could talk about is Bubble, which is basically candy for your eyeballs with its amazing scenery and flow of movement, but with a lackluster story, so kinda like Children of the Sea. But enough about Netflix. Like, what's happening in Crunchyroll right now? Oh, One Piece. Yeah. So what are they doing now? They've been in the same fucking arc for 3 years now. Oh, wait, but they dropped One Piece Film Red. Actually, it was kinda mid. Summertime Rendering was an underrated gem that I talked way too much about this year. The Girl from the Other Side is an underrated gem that I wanted to talk more about this year. Demon Slayer is considered an overrated gem, but like, come on guys, just look at this animation though. We had a bunch of series make their grand return this year, like Rent a Girlfriend Season 2, which divided a lot of people and honestly was pretty much forgotten by the anime community. Classroom of the Elite Season 2 showed how to make a great return. Go ahead and take some notes, Rent a Girlfriend. The Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 was hyped up for months until it came out and everyone just stopped talking about it the next day. Come on, take your pens and papers out. Mob Psycho 3 was hyped up even more, but was actually worth the hype and had a great conclusion to the series. Bleach's new season made me want to binge watch all of Bleach and then collect all 74 volumes of the manga, cause this shit was hyped up. Even the name of the arc, 1,000-Year Blood War, like that shit just sounds cool as shit. But now I gotta wait till July? Are you fucking kidding me? And we can't forget the literal second part of the title, the manga that came out this year. Now, unlike the anime for this year, it was kind of a tough year for manga. A lot of cancellations like Earthchild, Aliens Area, Super Smartphone, Dororon, Ayashiman, and of course the hiatus of Ruri Dragon. Series that I tried highlighting in my Shonen Jump video, all just getting erased. However, we still got series like Cypher Academy, where you can solve puzzles and riddles while reading about a dude in an all-girls school basically just cheating on all of his homework. Fabricant 100, where a little kid and his dead maid tried to hunt down creepy-looking dolls that murdered his family, and after doing so will sacrifice his life to her. Ginka and Gluna, a wannabe magician that wants to travel the world, meets a magical snowman and he teaches her magic. They travel the world to help turn the snowman back into a human magician. Akane Banashi is about a girl who wants to become a Rakugoka, a lone performer who tells traditional Japanese stories all while sitting down. She wants to avenge her father and prove that her hobby could become a legit profession by joining the school her father went to. The Sasuke story. Naruto is dying of an illness, and to help find a cure, Sasuke leaves the village and learns of an antidote in a prison led by a mysterious new villain. Now, all of the series that I've mentioned are all great, but most of them are really new and could be literally cancelled by the time this video is uploaded. But the manga that I've saved for last can never be cancelled because it literally only has one chapter. The manga that I'm talking about is the special one-shot Goodbye Eri. Made by the same creator as Chainsaw Man, Goodbye Eri is a beautiful story about a boy named Yuta. His mother is suffering from an illness and asks Yuta to record her final moments. After her passing, Yuta compiles all of the footage and turns it into a movie to show to this whole school. The movie gets so much negative feedback that he tries to take his own life, but is saved by a girl named Eri. And that's all I'll really say about this story, but I had really high hopes after reading his other one-shot, Look Back, which I thought was a masterpiece. But honestly, this story really blew my expectations out of the water. Tatsuki Fujimoto is an absolute genius storyteller. The best way to describe his work is like watching a movie. His visual storytelling is honestly masterful, and it's on full display here in this one shot. The best part about this story is that it plays with the blur between reality and fiction. You don't know what's really being shown to you, and it makes the audience come up with their own interpretation of what's being shown. I recommend reading both of the one-shots on the Shonen Jump app, but let's rewind a bit, alright? Because I haven't even mentioned some of the best series to come out this year, like Blue Lock. I'm surprised at how popular this series became, but it has a really simple premise that anyone could enjoy, and it was airing during the World Cup, which boosted its popularity while Japan was getting closer to round of 16. You can really say that this series reminds you of Haikyuu. It's just a bunch of intense matches with great animation and characters to root for, but even though both series are filled to the brim with characters, I feel like the characters in Blue Lock are just more memorable and likable, except this prick. He's just annoying as shit. Spy Family was another surprise hit. Like Blue Lock, the story is simple and the characters are all lovable and filled with personality, but what this series does better than the others is its balance of genres. The action and violence don't overpower all of the wholesome and comedic moments that the series have. It's just a really fun, funny, and action-packed series that can be enjoyed by anyone in the anime community or out of the community. Now, an even bigger surprise to have come out this year was one from the depths of hell called Netflix. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Jesus Christ, where do I begin with this one? This series could honestly be carried by its main characters alone. This series could jump into any storyline, any mission, and it would all still be really enjoyable to watch due to the charismatic nature of these characters. The character development of all of them, especially David, is just out of this world. The action and the animation are all beautifully done, but the thing that packs it all together is the massive world building and visuals. Cyberpunk is a type of series or a type of franchise like Star Wars. Every new show or media related to Cyberpunk could be its own different story or timeline. The city and the world is so vast that it could follow any character and it has potential to be great. Netflix really struck gold with this incredibly amazing series. Now, Chainsaw Man is the opposite of all the other series that I mentioned. While Blue Lock or Spy Family are series that were both a shocking surprise hit, but just with a simple story that anyone can get into, Chainsaw Man was a really weird and wild roller coaster of a series that honestly could have been extremely difficult to adapt into an anime. But once it was announced, it became the most anticipated anime of the year, maybe even of the decade. And it didn't disappoint one bit. Everything was near perfection. The characters, the animation, the score, the voice actors' performance, the fan service. Even though I read and caught up on the entire series, I still get shocked and invested in multiple scenes shown here. And I'm very surprised at how much they were able to fit in to 12 episodes, and I really hope we don't have to wait very long for a season 2 to come out. But that's not even the best to come out this year. The best anime of the year of 2022 is Boku no